What's up, guys? I'm Allie,
I'm Alex.
and this is
Pretty problematic.
Yeah, we're here again.
Here we are.
We made it back.
Another week. Sorry. All your messages are not making us discouraged.
We're not going to go away.
Nope.
And
Even though no one listens and
yeah, no views.
no views and it's embarrassing. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm so embarrassed
We
for
actually
making a podcast with my friend.
literally
So
one thing
embarrassing.
about us is that we actually don't really care. I mean, as far as like we don't care
We
about
care about the
haters.
podcast.
We no, that's the thing. We care about the podcast. We do not care about criticism or haters. Like it doesn't. We don't get affected by it.
No, because
actually.
if people actually have criticism and want to give it to us in like a normal way and not be hateful and jealous and weird, then we love that.
Yeah.
You know, we're just trying to do our best.
And we're just like learning as we go. We're doing something. You know what I mean?
That's what it is,
the
though. A lot of
process.
people, they don't like when people are doing things that they want to do or can't do. And so it makes them feel a type of way. And
Which is not true that you can't do it. You know, it's just like they're either too scared to do it or
Right.
they are, yeah, like they won't do it. That's the thing.
yeah.
then-
So if you have feelings of hate or jealousy or things like that, how about you take those and use that effort and put it into, make your own podcast.
Make your own project.
Make it
Whatever
about
your
us.
passion project
You can make a
is.
podcast about how much you hate us every
Do
week. We would love that.
I love that.
We would
extra
love
attention.
it. No, but like
my
actually, you should do it. Because it's really easy. It's super easy to make a podcast, edit it all night, make clips, do all of that on top of being moms and having no time and making it at 10:30 at night. And it's just so easy. So you should just do it.
Exactly. Yeah. All I have to say is that please keep hating on us because it just makes us get out even better episodes. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Oh my
No,
gosh.
we
No.
don't. I
We
mean,
love
most of the
everyone.
people that are giving us feedback, it's really nice. So don't think that we don't get any good feedback. We get a lot of people who are really
Yeah.
supportive
Most
and
people-
watch us every week.
That's the thing about it. Probably like 99% of the people, it's like, and feedback is all good things. And there's always just
Yeah.
that one hate. Like, obviously, it just like,
There's
a
like the
little
now
different.
and then hater
Yeah.
who's like, "Oh, you're doing it for 2 views." It's like, okay,
cool. I just like documenting
cool. I would do it
my
for
life.
no views.
Exactly. I just like coming and chatting with my best friend every week. What's so like
People just hate that.
that's just
Maybe
so
they don't have any
triggering for people.
friends.
But we knew this was gonna happen, so it's fine.
I think we like when we started this podcast, we sat down and I was like, Alex, I know you've never had like a lot of internet hate. Actually, we had this conversation and I was like, listen, there's going to be a lot of people that hate this. If we like make it to a certain
Yeah.
audience level,
Like,
there are going to be a lot of people that don't like what we're trying to do.
And they're gonna be nitpicking everything and trying to trigger and
Yeah.
normal.
So we had this conversation. So just so you know, we actually sat down and we said, bring it on. We'll love that.
I love it because
And we do.
Yep. We'll see. So, no,
No,
we
but
do.
we really do love our supporters, and
Yes.
and we're so happy
And it makes it
because
worth it.
it makes it worth it. Yeah, for the people that write into us. Like today, we have a really good listener story.
Yes.
We're
Okay.
super
I hope
excited.
You don't think that we missed it or just didn't want to talk about it because it's actually so good, and I'm so excited to get in. on
Yeah,
this.
we
This is
got it like the day after we filmed the last
Yes.
podcast. So we were like, no,
shoot, and we didn't have time to add that part. But it's actually really good, and this is like what I live for. These type of situations.
this is what we wanted.
This is it.
When we
I'm so
started
happy.
this, we were like, we want the engagement with the audience. So like, we want to have all the tea from you guys too, and that's why we're doing this.
And we wanna
we're really
participate
excited.
if we can help.
Exactly.
So-
If we can help in any way,
Yes.
we want to. This is
Yeah.
why we made this podcast. It was more for reaching out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just to make connections, having people feel less alone, and just being in on the tea, letting you guys in on it.
We wanted to make a community.
Yes.
And I
So,
feel like it's starting, and that's super
Yes,
fun.
it's so fun.
Because now we're getting like the good stories.
Yes.
Not that the other ones weren't,
those
but
are good, but these ones are like, okay, this is messy.
This is
sticky
fun.
situations. Yes. I'm so happy.
Yeah, so we're super excited. We're going to do the listener story later. But
So it'll be the end.
of course, we're going to start with just a few hot takes.
Yeah, there hasn't been a ton. Also, I haven't really been on TikTok a ton this week, but there's just a few things that maybe we want to touch on. So, Taylor Frankie Paul, what do you know? What's new with her situation? Well, Dakota, we all know how much we love him.
Our favorite.
Okay,
So Shania has soft launched her relationship with Dakota.
and there's always
Real good
been
start.
little hints at like they were together. Like there's been stories where it's like her hands are showing, so fans were saying, "Oh, those are her nails. That's her." So yeah, but then it seems like he would always go back to Taylor and he'd be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," at least on the show. And Shania also was given a lot of crap from the other cast members because, like, seriously, you're gonna do that? Like, come on. And like, you know how Dakota is, who would willingly go into a relationship with a guy like that? But okay,
Yeah,
Like they
Utah
say.
cannot be that small.
that's what I've been hearing. Like, is Utah really that small? There's no
There's
other
no other
guys?
men that you could
Maybe
date.
not, but
But she really likes him. That's what she said in the season.
I'm sorry, but yeah, so that's triggering. But hopefully they can finally just like end this toxic. I mean, I think it's been ended since they've had their court hearings and everything because they're not even allowed to see each other. But hopefully this is just like them moving on and stuff, and most likely it's gonna end the same way. But that's okay. We'll
Yeah,
see.
I'm like, well,
Men don't
good
change,
luck.
Like-
yeah, seeing that, I don't think that's a person that I would want to date necessarily, especially it's in my own circle of people.
And there's all this mess
know
of legal
someone?
issues. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so there's that with that situation. And the other topic that we've talked a lot about, a few updates. Nothing has been concluded, which is frustrating, but
Okay, yeah. So we're going to talk about just a couple updates with Nolan Wells.
Yeah.
So there's not that much. Unfortunately, we were all super, like, waiting for this autopsy, and we got nothing, basically. I mean, they had a press conference to talk about what they found in the independent autopsy, and it's like nothing. I mean, we don't see anything because they couldn't, so you can't tell if he took on water because they don't have the throat. So the state has the throat piece and they worked on the stomach and the lungs, so they couldn't do anything with those, so they can't tell anything. They couldn't rule out foul play and they couldn't say it was an accident either, so it's pending investigation.
yeah.
And so we have to wait for the state, but the state has said basically they're not releasing the autopsy because it's going to the grand jury. So they're not going to release
So-
that to the public for a
Yeah.
while.
So-
We're not going to hear anything.
Yeah. So we don't even, there's no way to know because, like, obviously the private autopsy was going to be the most, like, less biased, right? Or, like,
Right.
so without those key parts of the body, obviously they can't come into any conclusion, which is frustrating. And I mean,
It's so sad.
it's like a good thing, I guess, that they're going to do a further investigation, but, like, is that just a way to buy time, push away the evidence? I don't know.
Yeah.
The FBI did get involved, though, so that's good,
Yeah,
right?
that's true. But there's just no update. It's just really, there's more questions now than
Yeah.
before the autopsy,
Yeah.
which is so frustrating,
frustrating,
that
yeah.
we're not getting any closer to finding out what happened to him, even if it is an accident or it is foul play. Like we have nothing.
Oh, no. Yeah.
And people are making a lot of conclusions on the internet.
Yeah.
Oh, it must be an accident because so like this and that, and there's no bruising and there's no lacerations and there's no fractures. Okay, but we didn't have the throat to analyze. We don't know if there was strangulation. We don't know if he drowned. We know nothing.
Yeah, and just everything is just kind of fishy. There's just a lot of just things
There's
that don't
a lot
really
of
make sense.
conflicting stories.
Exactly.
Because these are all kids too. We have to remember. And there's a lot of conflicting stories
Yeah.
coming from the friends, coming from all parties. Random kids coming out of the woodworks who were there are now sharing random things online on TikTok, and there's so many things now. There's some pictures, videos that we don't know if they're real, and there's so much. Like, it could be
Exactly.
real, it could be fake, we don't know.
Because of all this like AI, and now people just want some clout. Anyone will just make up a story and then people will take that and run with it. So yeah, it's just hard. There's a lot of things that are really weird that don't really add up of how it all happened, but not really getting closer to the truth with all
Right.
the extra people getting involved. So
Yeah, and all we're getting is online discourse between people, and we don't have any updates from the actual law enforcement. So we're getting nothing, and everyone's just making up stories, or not even making up, but even if they're not making them up,
Just drawing conclusions.
It's just like all hearsay. Nobody knows what's actually going on. You can't tell who's telling the truth from who's not telling the truth.
Like, it makes sense. We all just want to have the closure. We just want to say, this is what happened. But it doesn't help when people are just coming to that conclusion for something so small. It's not even concrete evidence, not even fact.
I can't even imagine if this were my kid.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
They just want to know what happened to their son.
Can you imagine?
No one's hoping for murder.
No one's hoping.
For
they
that.
just want to be like, what happened?
Just want
for
to
closure.
know what happened. It's so
That's part
frustrating.
of like the healing process. Like, it's just closure. Like, some parents, family, whatever, they never find out what happened, but then they finally do. Like, you hear stories like years later, 20 years later, and it's like, okay, they have that peace. You know, I just think they deserve
gives like
that.
a little
bit of like
peace.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're really hoping. And then now there's Nancy Grace is on the case, guys. So she is so funny.
Gonna be serious.
I mean, yeah, once she gets involved, she's going to find out what happened.
Yeah, good.
When she gets involved, she does not stop until she finds out what happened. She has been on Casey Anthony's neck for the past, I don't know how many years. Good. She cracks me up.
Yeah.
Because she's saying, like, I'm not saying anyone's guilty, but things are not adding up.
Why all the secrets? Why the lying from the beginning?
And she's saying, you know, you can send me all the hate, all the things you want, but I am not stopping until I find out the truth.
Yeah.
And that's what we want. We don't want some story that you made up and that you think, oh, like, he must have been killed. Oh, he must have drowned. Oh, he must have this. We want to know the truth. It doesn't matter in which way that we find out it happened.
Yeah.
We need to know the truth. And that's what she's going to do. Hopefully, we're really holding on to hope for Nancy Grace.
Yes. Hopefully, we'll have the answers soon. So there's that.
There's that. But yeah, that's pretty much all the hot takes for the week. Honestly, like you said, I haven't been on TikTok a lot. I'm not going to lie. I've been binge watching Gilmore Girls every night in my bed.
And I started watching Love Island. What am I doing? I swear I would never watch those type of shows, but I'm like, you know what?
I've seen like some episodes here and there, but I've never sat down to watch it.
Yeah, it's like kind of addicting, and it's like,
I'm sure.
Also, my dream is to be on a dating show, so I'm like, how would it be? And it's kind of crazy to see like the dynamics and like how people are there. Also, a lot of guy behaviors. I'm like, wow,
You're learning.
I'm learning this and kind of like learning how to identify red flags, so it's helpful actually.
That is so funny because
it's really
your
good,
dream is to be on a dating show and my dream is to live in the middle of nowhere in a town like Gilmore Girls.
We're so different right now, I guess. I'm trying to find love still, and you're like already set with your family, and now you're like, I'm sick of people.
I was like laying in my bed the other day, like eating a Rice Krispie that I made from scratch, and I'm just like laying there and I was looking around, like my son was running around with his little brother and my husband was playing his video games and I was watching Gilmore Girls, and I was just like, I just started crying.
That's the dream. Oh my god.
Because I was like, this is literally my life and I love it here. I don't know. Awesome. I just was actually emotional because I was like, wow, this is exactly what I wanted. I just want to be unbothered in my bed and my kids are happy and fed, and you know, that's all I wanted in life.
And even on the shows, it was kind of a wake-up call because they're like doing all this stuff, right? But then at the end of the day, everyone's like, I just want my white picket fence, like my family. And I was like, see, that's what everyone wants. So can we just stop playing these games? And like, it's like an epidemic where there's just men are just, they think this partying and playing around and everything's gonna give them happiness. At the end of the day, when you actually sit and think about it, that is what gives you happiness.
Family connection, boredom. I love it.
Yes,
like, that's what everyone really wants. That's the dream.
And like we talked about last week, like kids, it's the hardest thing ever to be a parent and have kids, but like it also is the most rewarding, gives you happiness. Totally. And when they get older, it's like the best thing ever also, because you have like your little best friends and it's just so fun. So I say like, oh yeah, I want to be on a dating show. I literally just want to,
but that's because you want to find
I want to find a good guy, have that life, and so it's what life is about.
I know you really want it. I think you just sometimes get a little bit
I'm a little crazy.
No, your heart's in the right place. And you need to find someone with their heart in the right place.
Exactly. That's the key.
You'll get there.
Someday.
If you're watching this and you have a good heart. But yeah, so those are all the hot takes because we had busy weeks and busy weeks of me doing nothing. So now we're going to move on to our show today. And we're going to be talking about a film that we recently both saw, which we're really late to the party because people have been talking about this for months.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's okay.
A while.
We're finally here. So,
but we made it. So we're going to talk about the movie Obsession today. There's going to be a lot of spoilers if you haven't seen this.
Yes,
Stop here.
Turn
around, turn it off, go watch the movie, and then come back because we're going to talk about every piece of this movie right now.
We're going to dissect
We're going to dissect it.
Every meaning it has.
All of the, because it's actually bringing out so much discussion, which is why this movie is doing so well. It was like all word of mouth. And like I told you earlier, this movie was made on a $750,000 budget, which is really low for movies. Yeah. It's like an indie film. And now it's grossed over $406 million. Do you like?
Yeah.
The exponential amount that is crazy.
That is.
And they said the first week they made like, I don't even know how much. So they made a bunch. Okay. The second week they made even more than that. And then the third week they even made even more than that, which never happens in the theaters. In theaters.
And I think it's just people talking about it because I had never heard about it. I hadn't seen trailers or anything because, of course, they didn't have a huge budget. But I think it just word of mouth. It was such a interesting,
thought-provoking.
Yes. And so then, of course, you're going to talk to friends about it. People are all over TikTok telling their theories. And so then it just spreads.
Yeah, so. It's been crazy. I think this is an insane feat for Curry Barker. I mean, he was a YouTube video maker. Like, he's been making short films on YouTube. Just, he comes out of nowhere with this. And he just has such a brilliant idea. And he just executed it so well. And I mean, you can tell it is a lower budget movie.
Yeah.
But it's still so much better than, like, the high budget movies I've been seeing. And it's just so different from every other horror movie.
Exactly. I was going to say, like, other horror movies. I'm kind of in a phase where I don't like horror movies. And that's why I was kind of like reluctant to watch it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't like the jumping, like gory, scary where I can't sleep. People said I wasn't gonna be able to sleep after, but I was fine. It was like a different type, like thought-provoking, kind of like,
it's a different scary.
Yeah, it was kind of like triggering, but we'll get into it later. But it was like because it was kind of realistic actually. So
yeah, exactly. And also I know that he went on a lot of interviews. I've been watching a ton because I'm really fascinated by Curry Barker. I think this director is phenomenal. And he said this film was not supposed to be a possession story. So it's not a demonic possession that has Nikki in this, freaky Nikki body or whatever. It's not like that. It was only intended for her to be carrying out the wish. It is not supposed to be this crazy demon that took over her body. And like, that's why it's so good.
Because it's not, it's like, let's go into like, okay, so how did she get to that point? Bear made a wish. Then Nikki would love him more than any person in the world, right?
Yes, so that's the big... Well, let's start before that, where the first scene is him confessing his love to the waitress in the diner. He's practicing, on this random stranger to tell Nikki how he feels. He starts there, and then he comes home, and his cat is dead on the floor. This is the first moment in the film where we realize what kind of a person Bear is. Because he comes in, there's food out that's open, the whole bag is open, and then there's the bottle of his grandma's medication, lid off, open, and the cat is dead. Okay, the grandma is dead. So he's probably taking this medication.
Yes,
because cats can't get lids off of childproof pills.
That, and then I just put that together because he inherited the grandma's house.
Exactly.
And so then there's her medication.
He shouldn't be using her medication. And this implies that he is using the medication because cats they don't have opposable thumbs that I know of. They can't open pill bottles. Yeah. So he left it out on the counter, I'm sure, open, and the cat got into it. So it's his fault that this cat dies.
Yes.
And then he immediately goes into victim mode in his room, crying about this cat, and tells everyone that she died. Didn't tell him how, why, nothing. But it is his fault. He was negligent to his cat, and obviously the cat was hungry. He probably forgot to feed the cat. It was getting into all the stuff. Like, it just shows that he only cares about himself. that's the first sign that you know he's not a good
There's
person.
something off. Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then, so he's like in love with this girl, Nikki, right? But he's too scared to tell her.
Yes.
Like, because then it goes into him, you know, like wanting to kind of tell her, but he never does. Like, obviously, he's practicing with the waitress. And then there's times where she kind of has hints like, do you want to say something? And he just doesn't have the guts to say it. And it's like, she's just this really cool, you know, lively, outgoing person. So he's obviously has some obsession with her.
Yeah. And then she calls him, they're obviously friends for a while. They have this history of being friends. We see it because she calls him to tell her about her problems. And she's going to quit her job that they all work at that she hates. And he's immediately thinking about himself when he says, why are you going to quit? Because he only cares that it's going to affect him.
That he won't get to see her
as much because he's not going to tell her how he feels because he's too scared. And so he's immediately thinking about himself again. And then she says, oh no, my necklace broke and it fell down the drain, my crystal necklace.
Yeah.
And so he's like, oh, I'm going to go get her one. Which, okay, good deed. But then he gets there and he picks out the tiger's eye. The necklace, and he says, what is this one? And they're like, it's basically sunshine in a necklace. And he goes, oh, that's not Nikki. And then later on we find out it is exactly Nikki because she gives him the tiger's eye that was her mom's and hers, and that kind of like loops back to show that he doesn't know her at all.
He doesn't. He wants her like
in the way that he wants.
Exactly. To fill his needs, what he wants from her, but does he actually care about? No. He wants to get her a gift so that she will give him the attention that he wants, you know?
Exactly. It's not like, for her because he feels like, wow, her necklace broke. Like, she would really like it if I got her a new one. No. So, and then even worse, he doesn't get the necklace. He sees something he likes. And he gets her this thing that he would like, which is, I guess, really shows what men do a lot. When men give women gifts, it's normally something that they like and not what the woman wants.
Or like make, for example, if you're going to get like lingerie, it's like to fill their needs, something that they like. It's a gift for themselves.
Right. Like that's a gift for you.
But the concept just kind of just shows like, okay, he sees something, catches his eye in the store. That's not the thing that she would actually really want. But what is it?
The One Wish Willow.
Yeah.
Right.
And what is that? It's just like, so he can come up, well, he was going to give it to her.
Supposedly.
But then
chickens out. So yeah, and even in the store, when he has the One Wish Willow, he like reads it, probably glosses over what it says, and he brings it to the cashier, and she's like, well, don't come back and try to return it. And he's like, why? And then it's another moment where he kind of knows that this could be real.
Yeah.
Because she's saying like some crazy things about this, like people just wanting to kill themselves. Like, that's crazy. If I heard that, I'd be like,
maybe at least second guess it.
Like, I would second guess it a little bit, and I'd be more careful about what I wish for.
Yeah. There's like a warning there the girl told you at the store.
It all starts out super bad.
Yeah.
It only gets worse. So, okay, so then they go out to the bar with their friends. We have Ian and Sarah. And the whole night, Sarah and Nikki are like talking and having fun, and Bear is concerned with himself again. He's making silent conversation with their mouthing things to each other, and he's like, when do I tell her? Like, you know what I mean? They're not even caring about the conversation. No. They're not there to be friends with these girls. They're literally just in their own world, like worrying about himself again.
What do you know?
So, and then they get in the car, and she needs a ride home. He takes her home because obviously he wants to tell her how he feels, and he chickens out. And he just kind of is so mad at himself for not telling her how he feels that he grabs this One Wish Willow.
Didn't he try to call her back for something? Wasn't there something where basically he chickened out of giving her the gift too?
Yes, he chickens out giving her the gift, and he does try to call her back the first time.
Yeah.
And she comes back to the window, and then she's like, do you like me? And he's like, as a friend, like. So
that's another
you
reason.
had like
so many
chances
because he's too afraid of rejection. Like, seriously, that pathetic, I guess.
This just shows you, like, it's a really good movie for people to watch because it shows you how many bad things can happen if you don't just do what you intend to do and only care about yourself.
Yeah, like, stop worrying so much about your ego. And it's just like, just be true to yourself. Like, say what's on your mind. If something's like, oh my gosh.
The worst thing that could happen is her being like, I'm not interested in you in that way. I'm so sorry.
And they
keep
being friends like how they are.
And he could have just went out with Sarah because she's very gorgeous as well,
Yes.
really
And
cool, and
him.
she likes him.
She liked him.
But of course, he has this fixation, like, I need Nikki. And that's the
Someone
only
that
thing that
doesn't want
matters.
him. Of course.
Yeah, it's the person that doesn't want him. And Sarah does want him. I think that's like the biggest trope in here for us too, as
Yeah.
women. It's like these men only want what they can't have.
And if we're like nice, at least in my experience, like when I'm nice and I'm genuine and I like them, they get turned off by that. Or
Right.
they pull
So that's
away.
Sarah in this
So that's
position.
literally Sarah. And it just shows like, wow, that's where we're at. Like that's what is normal. That's
Yeah, and they're both really beautiful girls. And he doesn't because he wants what he can't have. He knows Nikki doesn't like him. Because you just know that.
you
He
can
can feel it.
Yeah.
It's
She's
obvious.
not pushing, because then if she was pursuing, then he probably wouldn't like her. But that's okay.
Exactly. Well, that's what we find out. When she is
Yeah.
obsessed with him, then he starts pulling away.
Yep.
Because now he can't deal with that. So when he does get what he wants, it's not, then he pulls away and tries to go to Sarah. So
Kind of.
Yeah.
But then he still kind of likes it. So it's just
very weird.
It's so weird.
But yeah.
So, yeah.
So he makes the wish. He says, like what you said, that I wish Nikki loved me more than anyone in the world. Okay, here's like about 10 more wishes you could have made. I wish I wasn't such a loser and had self-confidence and I could tell Nikki how I feel. I wish I wasn't an idiot and not negligent to my cat and my cat didn't die. I wish I had $1 billion. Like, you could have made,
You could change your
Any-
whole life.
you could change it. You could have 1 million
Anything.
Nickies if you wish for $1 billion.
Where is his head? On the one thing that he can fixate on right now.
It's like so
Controlling someone else.
controlling someone else. Yeah, taking away her full autonomy. Cool, good wish bear. So
Yeah.
I think everyone knows this. I mean, I feel like trolls on the internet being like, Bear's not the villain. Everyone knows that Bear is the villain.
yeah.
The director said that Bear is the villain. Yes, there are gray areas in his decisions and choices where that's why we're having these conversations, because they leave it so open and so gray area that we have so much room to make our own opinions on this.
Exactly. And
But
that's
it's
what makes it
apparent
good. Yeah.
that Bear is the villain.
Yes.
And it's also a movie about his obsession, to me. I think he's
Oh,
obsessed
for
with
sure.
her.
He is obsessed with
She's
her. From
not
the
even obsessed with
beginning.
him. It's him being obsessed with her.
From the beginning, he was unhealthily infatuated with her.
Yeah, he was like stalking her
it-
pictures
Yes.
before she called him and everything. Yeah, he's clearly has like this weird obsession with her.
Practicing how you're going to declare your love. I don't know. That's just kind of crazy. So then that was his wish. And within seconds,
Boom, she's outside again.
yeah. And it's like what Ali was saying, like he knew there was a probability that it could happen. Like he knew what he was doing. He even looked at the thing after.
Yeah, it pans to him looking down at the broken One Wish Willow, because in that moment he's like, did that just work? So that's our first like ding ding ding, maybe this worked, you know what I mean? Because he's already like, okay, this is weird, why is she out here?
And he even got but he got kind of like giddy. It was kind of
Yeah,
weird.
he's like, oh, it worked.
and he's like,
didn't
wait,
know.
this isn't you? Like, yeah, it isn't.
No, it
Or-
is not.
Yeah, I just think it's just crazy to me that he kind of like that. He got what he wished for and he was kind of happy. Like, wow, this is something that she obviously would not normally be doing. She doesn't
Right,
like me.
like, I'm
But,
sorry,
oh,
that wouldn't make me
wow.
happy.
That would be creepy.
That would be weird.
I would not want to force someone to like me.
Yeah, that's like actually worse than having them
Yes.
not like you, is you having to force them to like you.
That's embarrassing. Like, yeah. So
He's an
that's
embarrassing
another red
character.
flag. I was like, wow, he's happy with that. I would be like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, what did I do? Like, please don't, because I don't want you to like me if you don't actually like me. Oh my
Exactly.
God. So yeah, then it just from there kind of starts.
It
like,
starts spiraling.
It's spiraling, yeah.
I mean, when this wish is made, now she is basically this new Nikki, which we'll call Freaky Nikki, because that's just kind of the difference between real Nikki and this
Yeah.
version of her, the wish version. Now, Freaky Nikki is just coming into existence. This is what the director said he wanted her to be like kind of like squinting her eyes, adjusting, because she's like brand
Not
new
her.
to life.
Yeah.
She's just born, basically. And the first thing she does is just mirror Bear. She says, oh, but my cat died. And he's like, what, Nate? Your cat died? You mean my cat died? So
Kinda
she's just
just
kind of mirroring,
going
trying
along.
to like figure out how to talk to Bear, because now her only thing
Yes.
that she knows is loving him.
Yep, that's her whole mission,
Purpose.
her whole purpose in her life is Bear being in love with him. That's all she hears about. Everything. Literally, like, waits for him, standing up the door when he goes to work.
That's the creepiest part.
Literally.
I hate that.
I hate it. It's like she's literally a robot. That's what it seems like, because she has no other life, no other hobbies, no other thoughts.
And
besides
it's
him.
also like when he's gone, she can't function.
Yeah.
So it just shows her like, you know, standing there and not even, she can't even like feed herself. She can't do anything when he's gone.
Yep.
But when he's with her, then she can like kind of function. And we see there's like a little span where they're having like good times, right?
Yeah.
So I think this part, and it's not like a long, like years go by and they're making this relationship. No, it's like a couple days, I think. But they are happy in these videos where they're like cooking, and I mean, she's weirdly looking at him while he watches TV and stuff, but
sleeping.
But
and all
he's
that.
happy.
But he's happy. He's like,
happy.
oh, look, this girl that I love or obsessed with. Now she is obsessed with me.
And the minute that she makes him uncomfortable when she cuts his hair in the morning, that's when it inconveniences him, he starts to pull back.
Yep.
And
Or
then
when
she does more crazy things.
Okay. Yeah, and when he's like feels the boundaries are crossed, that's when he's like,
That's when he cares. Because it's affecting him.
because when she's just this perfect little thing, doesn't matter what the real Nikki's actually feeling, he doesn't care because it's giving him what he wants and it's comfortable and great for him. For the moment, yeah, like you said, it's inconvenient. That's when he's like, whoa,
Cross the
stop,
line.
stop, stop. And then of course she's gonna go a little, because if your whole purpose is loving someone, you're gonna flip. Obviously she's like, wait, what am I doing wrong? And like kind of just like freaks out.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, exactly. Like she has no other purpose. So now what is her life if she can't be loving Bear? You
and
know,
what she's doing isn't working. Like, oh my gosh, she's gonna do more and more.
she has to do different things to get, she'll stop at nothing.
Yep.
And so I think, and then the first moment where he tells Ian about her acting weird is the night after she spends the night in his house, the first night.
Yeah.
He goes to work and he's like, she is like having a psychotic episode.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what's happening. It was so weird and all this stuff. And he's like, well, maybe she's doing MDMA. I mean, he wasn't there, so he doesn't know like
But
the
it's
freaky
just like,
things that are going on.
Yeah, because there's not really another explanation, because like they all know the real Nikki and like how she wouldn't act like that.
So they're like, oh, she must be doing Molly again, because like I guess she has like this past where she was Freaky Nikki.
Oh, okay.
So she used to have, I guess, a crazy wild life that she was, but she's not that person anymore.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh man, she must be doing drugs again, And in this moment, he's like, okay, this is crazy. She must be on some drugs. Like, so here
trying
I
to
can say,
justify
I
it.
can think, maybe he doesn't know. Like, maybe he's justifying it a little bit in his head. Like, okay, maybe the wish didn't work. It's just fake. It's not, it's magic. Like, it's not real. So maybe she's on drugs. Okay, then he's looking up in the middle of the night, like MDMA and all the like side effects and everything. But he's also looking into the One Wish Willow because he knows that could be a possibility.
In his gut, he knows that there's something off, because it was literally seconds after he broke that stick. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I can argue that he knew immediately after, when he broke the stick, that it was the wish that worked, because he knows in his heart of hearts that she does not like him. He knows that. He knew that. That's why he didn't confess his feelings to her. And I think in that moment he knew. But a lot of people argue like he didn't know. He thought she was on drugs, and it's just magic. Why would he think that?
Yeah.
He knew.
I mean, I think deep down he knew. He was trying to like, he was hoping that it wasn't, of course, because that's like pathetic. Like we said, it's pathetic to have that's the only reason a girl would want to be with you.
Right.
But
right, exactly. Okay. So then all the crazy things happen. The scariest scene to me where she's standing on the corner of the room while he's asleep, watching him sleep, and she starts doing the crazy walking and the just like all the crying and the weird makeup that she has on is so spooky. It is so scary. I loved that scene. And she's running around with the flowers in front of her face, and it's just super scary. I love that part. But then immediately when he's like, you're freaking me out, like, don't. She just puts it down and is like, okay, and then goes back to bed. Like, that was wild.
Yeah. Where it's like, wow, she's literally like in this, she's not a person.
Yeah. And she even hints at that when she says, I don't like my dreams, because I think when she falls asleep, she's kind of connecting to real Nikki a little bit, because we see Nikki come in and out
when she was kind of half asleep. It's always it seemed to be like at the nighttime a couple of times, right?
Yeah, the first time is when they're making out, and she goes, what?
Because she snaps out of like, what the heck,
she snaps out for like 3 seconds and then goes right back to freaking Nikki, which was terrifying.
And then when she was like sleeping and then partially wakes up from Bear getting up or something, then she's like,
this is when he knows.
This is when he knows for
No, wait. He knows when he calls the helpline first. This is before that. He calls.
Oh, was it? Okay.
He calls the number on the back of the box.
Oh, yeah.
And this is so funny. So the guy on the phone, the customer service guy, he's like, hey. So like nonchalant, this customer service guy.
Yeah.
But Bear calls freaking out like,
yeah,
is this customer service? He's like, yeah. And he's just like super nonchalant. He's taking complaints for the One Wish Willows. But he knows in this moment because the customer service guy says, do you want to talk to her?
Oh.
And then he puts Nikki on the phone and she's screaming.
Yes. Okay. Yep.
And then he hangs up.
So he's like, it's real, obviously.
This is real. That's when he knew, for real. I think we can argue that is like the moment where he knows there's no doubt. Yeah. And you can hear Nikki screaming in the background. So he knows something is messed up and that this wish worked.
Yeah.
Because he said, I want to alter my wish. He's like, you want to cancel it? And he's like, no.
That's
the
crazy
crazy
part. Like, he actually likes it. See, part of it, he likes that. He's too afraid.
He just doesn't want the inconvenient parts.
No.
Where she's
wants to
freaking
alter
out.
it.
He wants to alter his wish. He doesn't want to cancel it.
Another thing, after seeing all this, he still doesn't care about her enough. He doesn't actually care.
Not at all.
Ever.
He doesn't care that Nikki's literally in purgatory, screaming and being tortured and pissing herself in his house. He doesn't care about that.
Nope.
And yeah, it's scaring him, obviously, and it's inconveniencing his life.
That's why he calls, because it's scary because of the things that she did with like the cat and like that's too much for him.
Yeah.
So
she's too much now. So now he doesn't like her.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, see.
But he still does. He wants to keep this perfect version of Nikki that's not real. He doesn't like Nikki.
No.
He doesn't even know her.
Nope.
He only cares about himself and he only wants his idea of Nikki. That's what he wants.
Yep.
So that's crazy. But yeah,
so
that's the first moment when he does. But then the next moment is after the party where, the party was crazy too, where she bashes her face in front of all her friends and is acting insane.
And so then, of course, he cares what other people think. So that's inconvenience to him.
Yep.
So they have to go home.
And like you said, then he's asleep.
Yeah.
Or then they're asleep and he's trying to sneak out to see Sarah.
Yep. And then she, like, the real Nikki kind of like wakes up because it's like half. And that's like the
but
only
her
time
body's asleep.
Her body's asleep.
Freaky Nikki's asleep.
And she's just like, just kill me, pretty much. Like, she doesn't want to be
like,
her.
Please.
Like, this isn't me. Or because then Bear's like, it's really that bad to be with me
in this moment.
That just is like, it's not about you.
You are the villain in this moment.
Yeah, it's like, it's not even about him. It's not. It's about the fact that it's not her and she's miserable because she's like being overtaken by this thing that's not her.
Yep.
And she wants to get out, not because she doesn't like him, because that's not her. But she says, and he's just like, can't do it.
Yeah.
Like, he literally can't.
Yeah. She's like begging him to kill her. And he literally says, what's so bad about being with me?
I'm sorry. I have so much to say about that. Like, typical response.
Typical.
Like, are you serious? Now it's about you. Look what is happening here. Look at this girl that you love is like literally not even in her body.
She just bashed her face in at a party. And you're okay with her being like, just so that she'll stay with you?
Yeah.
That is so...
That blows my mind. So yeah, that was just the part I'm like, okay, now I know for sure that Bear is not okay either.
He's
just
horrible person.
Yeah.
Just taking advantage of her fully. This is disgusting.
Didn't the guy on the phone kind of say something like, well, if you're not on the earth anymore, then, you know what I mean?
He says you have an obligation to be there for her because if you don't, then like this is her whole purpose, right? So he says you kind of have an obligation to be there for her. And he says the only way to cancel this wish is if you die.
So like,
or she dies. And it's as long as you're on the earth, like you said. So
that kind of put the idea in his head, but he literally won't do that because he doesn't actually
because he doesn't care about her. But also, funny thing, the guy on the phone, the customer service voice, that's the director.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's him.
That's cool.
I thought that was so funny.
That is cool.
Yeah, that's his voice.
Cool.
So he's in the film. He's just the customer service phone guy.
That's hilarious.
I think it's so funny. And I think the like tone in that call is very, it's scary because there's this guy who knows these wishes are real, but probably gets millions of calls a day of complaints. And he's just so nonchalant about this whole crazy thing going on. He's just like tired of it. You can tell he's just like any other customer service guy. Yeah, who's just like, here we go again. Here's another person who made a dumb wish.
What are we gonna say? Sorry.
But it is crazy because he's hearing all of this screaming and he's just like, you want to talk to her? He's just so like not affected. And that's actually gives like way scarier to me.
Yeah.
And I think that was a really good piece that they put in there.
Yeah, because I think it really hit him like, oh, wow, okay. What did I do? Hello.
Exactly. So he realizes. But yeah, we'll kind of go into the ending here. So basically, Nikki kills Sarah. This is the moment where Bear is like, I need to stop this because now it's affecting him again. And they killed a person. So it took all of that. It took her being murdered for him to realize, like, I need to end this somehow. So he rushes into the store. He tries to find another One Wish Willow and he buys 2 of them. And then he realizes he can't break it himself because you only get 1 wish per life. That's what's on the box. So he can't. So he's trying and trying and he can't do another one. So he decides, I have to find Ian because he's like his only friend.
Yep. And
I'm
trying
like, wow.
to tell him, trying to get him to believe this crazy story.
And this is crazy. He comes in all crazy and he's like, man, you're crazy. He's not believing this, obviously, because it's magic. And so he's trying so hard to tell him to make this wish, to say, I wish I never made a wish, you know, and he really does. And then Ian's just like, I wish for $1 billion.
And just like,
and then all the money starts falling on him and he's just in shock because obviously that's crazy, but it's real. And so that's hilarious to me. That was like one of the funniest scenes in the whole movie.
And he's like, oh,
because like, are you kidding? Like, he could have made a real wish, but he just wishes for $1 billion.
I mean, if you think it's fake, you're like, whatever.
You're like, this is never gonna happen. No, I'm never gonna have $1 billion. So that's the craziest thing he could think of, and then waste the wish.
Then so then there goes that, because it's only one person. 1 wish per person.
1 wish per life. Per soul, I think is what it says on the box, which is crazy.
Wow.
So yeah, he runs back to the house to Nikki because he realizes this is his last person he knows because he has no friends in his life. So he now knows that he only has 1 shot for Nikki to make the wish. And he comes in and she is dressed in Sarah's clothes and she has written Sarah's tattoos on herself. And she's smoking trying to smoke a cigarette, trying to be Sarah, so that he'll like her. This is crazy as well.
Because
she knows, because there was a moment in the car there before she gets offed that she's like, I was on your left. So she was trying to kiss him in the middle of the night at 3 a.m. And he was even saying, like, and she said, you need someone more chill. He was like you. Like, okay, now he wants her. Now he wants Sarah.
Yeah, now
that like, Nikki's not an option because she's going crazy.
See, it's just like... and just the fact that freaky Nikki, like, now, because she saw that, oh, well, Bear likes this girl. She's literally transforming to be her. It's like, what girls have not gone through that phase where you're like,
it's
you're
so
cheated
relatable
on or something, and you're like, what do I need to be different so you'll like me? And it's just, that's,
I mean, I can't say that I've not done that. I mean, I remember in high school.
Yeah.
Where I would like
comparing, like, well, you
I liked a guy and he liked someone else who looked nothing like me, so I tried to like dress like them. That is so crazy that all girls go through this.
Yes, and I think that's why it's like so eye-opening, and but also just showing like, I don't know, like men are just so like oh, why do we let them have this power over us?
It's true.
But they love that, I guess. Obviously, that's what they
Obviously,
wish for.
because even though she's doing crazy, insane measures, he still doesn't want to cancel the wish, wants to alter it. He still wants her there.
Yep.
He's not calling the cops. He's not
No.
calling her dad. He's not calling
Because she
his
would be
friends
in jail.
even.
Like, he could easily just get her in jail.
He's keeping this
won't.
all to himself while she's stuck in his house.
Yep.
He's basically kidnapped her, in a sense.
Jeez. Yeah, because, like, took away all her willpower.
Now she's stuck there, and he likes it.
Oh my gosh.
So
yep. Yeah, it's just, there's so many, like, layers and different ways to view it.
I know, I love it. That's why this is so good, because everyone has their opinions and everyone has what they think about it, and there's just so many layers, like you said. We haven't seen a film like this in so long, and people are going to the actual movie theaters to see this film now.
Yeah.
Which hasn't happened in years.
No.
I hope it
Because
brings
it's
the
been out
movies back.
For a long, I know it's been out for months and it's like still playing because people want to go. So also we want to talk a little bit about the friends in the movie because they also have a lot of issues. Friends.
Yeah. So let's start with Ian.
Yeah.
There's the obvious. He's been sleeping with Nikki on and off for 2 years.
Knowing that Bear's in love with her or whatever, is infatuated with her, trying to get with her forever.
Pushing him to be with her.
Like telling him to tell her how he feels, all this stuff. And meanwhile, he's just like using her. But basically, he doesn't want her, really. So he's
he doesn't want Nikki, clearly, because he doesn't care about her. He was just using her, and he wants his friend to have her, whatever, which just shows how much he cares about women and girls. Like, he clearly doesn't want her. But I mean, yes, this was a mutual hookup thing where, you know, she didn't really want him either, personality-wise.
Yeah, but still messed up, and they're just all so selfish, honestly. It's like,
I guess now that I'm thinking about it, though, she did say, when I like someone, no one knows. And so maybe she really did
so she probably did like him.
Probably, because knowing us females, like, if we're just casually hooking up with someone, you probably really like them.
It's like impossible to not get emotions, obviously, I think, for me at least. And then also I know how it is to be a girl and not want to be overly like chasing or like flirting, and sometimes you don't know how to act. It doesn't mean that she doesn't like him.
That's true. So he didn't like her, obviously, and he didn't even care about his friend, because he would have told his friend that is obsessed with her and loves her that he's been sleeping with her. It just shows throughout the movie like how much he doesn't care about Nikki too, because all of these really crazy things are happening, and he gets to hear some of them from Bear, and he witnesses her at the party bashing in her own face, and he just seems to not even care. He didn't have any concern to call family or call the cops or anyone. He didn't care. So really terrible friend.
And I think like the other girls were concerned, but also they just kind of wanted to exclude her. They're like, yeah, like she can't come, you know? And
she's acting weird. Don't bring her. It's like,
okay, you
that's your friend.
Yeah, like we're not gonna acknowledge the fact that she's acting very strange, and that's not like her at all.
So you just want to kick her out of the friend group?
Yeah, because it might affect your appearance or like how you feel,
having
like
a good time,
uncomfortable. Yeah. So that just kind of shows like how
really bad friends. All of them are bad friends.
Like,
not good
they
friends.
didn't care about her at all. No one cared about her, which is actually so sad.
It's horrible. Yeah. And then he wastes the wish on $1 billion. And then I think it's so crazy how when he realizes the wish is real, his first instinct or care in the world is to go tell Bear that the $1 billion is real. Not
like, you were
Nikki's
right.
Nikki's crazy. Yeah.
Like, this was like putting the pieces together. Like, I'm sure eventually he would have, but it's like, that's your first thing. It's about him. Oh, look, it happened to me. Not, oh my gosh, yeah, you're right. Look, this is insane.
Actually, this wish is real. Look, there's something wrong with Nikki. I should be concerned about her. If he never showed up to talk about the stupid $1 billion, he wouldn't have gotten shot in the face.
If he didn't only care about that, or like, oh my gosh.
That's a huge part for me. But yeah, he clearly has no concern. And then we have Sarah, who a lot of people are like, she didn't deserve that. Obviously, no one deserves to get their face bashed into a brick over and over again. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, that was insane.
But she was also the worst friend ever, too. Like, are you kidding me? She's supposedly supposed to be friends with Nikki. They share things. She told her that she liked Bear, and they obviously have a relationship of some sort. And now your friend is going crazy. You're
And-
not, and you just don't care, and all you really care about is Bear now.
Yeah, like you're not gonna think like, hey, I actually need to talk to Nikki, or like, oh, what's going on? This isn't my friend. No,
Exactly.
she doesn't care.
It's because
She
she's
likes Bear.
concerned and she's mad because she thinks that Nikki is being with Bear to get back at her for some reason.
Yeah. Thinking about yourself only, not even like being able to look at the full picture because you're so obsessed with that ego.
It's so weird.
weird to
It's so
me.
weird. Bear's
Like,
like such a loser, and why does she even care that he likes Nikki, first of all? And then after that party and being, I mean, imagine that happened to you where the game is going and then she yanks that chair. She pulls that chair back with her in it, and she's obviously terrified. And then she does all of that crazy stuff, hits her face in, like all these concerning things that Nikki is doing. And then after your first thought is, at 3 a.m., I should text Bear, even though he's probably in bed with Nikki, and tries to go
yeah,
basically
it
hook up
doesn't
with
make
him.
any sense.
That's your friend. And you don't care. You don't care that she just
Nope.
probably concussed herself with the glass. Like, what? You're not going to message her or be like, hey, I'm really concerned about Nikki. Like, is she okay? Nope, doesn't even care. She just wants to tell Bear that, oh, you need to be with someone chiller.
I can't. Yeah, it's like there's so many things. It's just unbelievable. But it's crazy because things like this happen all the time in life.
does.
And it's just like, wow, I think we're going to see it in a new light too.
Yeah, and I think the whole movie is like things that really happen in real life, but just in a very exaggerated
Exactly.
way.
That's why it's so good because it
It's
kind
so
of like
relatable.
gets real. Yeah. Real issues and topics.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the whole movie plays around gray areas, which is really cool. Like we said, this is why so many people talk about it.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to figure out what's morally right the whole time. Like, what are the real morals? Like, who's right? Oh, maybe he could be right. Like, maybe he doesn't know. Maybe he does know. It's like the
no.
whole thing is very gray area. And I love that they did that. Not just
Yeah.
like clear villain, clear
Yes,
this,
I
clear
think
that.
that's-
Nothing's clear. It's all very gray. And that was genius.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That was good.
But yeah, I think that was a great film. Best film of the year, I would say, for me.
Yep.
And I hope to see it win awards. I hope to see his next film. I'm really excited for
exciting.
that. And hopefully just makes a bunch more movies that we can enjoy
Yep.
and dissect like this one.
Yes, it's gonna be good. I'm excited. I didn't know
Yeah.
he was coming with another one, but
Yeah. And we were going to do something really fun right now.
freaking Amazon shipping failed us.
So I went on and I bought One Wish Willow sticks, which scared the crap out of me, honestly. When I bought
Actually
them, I
kind
was
of
like,
like-
this is actually scary, and I don't know if I want to make a real wish. But we were going to have them on the podcast, and we were going to make a wish on the podcast for you guys.
No, we would have seen.
We would have had to really think out what we were going to wish for.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine? Like, I actually get kind of like
Yeah, I actually
scared.
get a little scared, yeah. Because I'm like,
oh
what
my
if it
God.
works? I'm like,
Yeah.
I think my only wish is going to be for $1 billion because
Maybe,
at this
just
point,
money.
that seems like the only wish that would like
Wouldn't
not
backfire.
backfire on you. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think I was going to wish that lots of people will tell their friends about our podcast, and that, but that's still like scary.
Then it's like controlling people.
Then we're like
'cause I'm
controlling
like,
people. Oh, we can't do
shoot.
that.
No.
Nope.
Well,
What
I'll
is
have to
our
think
wish going to
hard.
be? That we will make the best episodes and
We'll get the
we can just do so good.
attention or like the sponsorships we want.
But then that also forces
That's
people. We can't. We have to make it about
It just
us.
has to be like money or us. Maybe us being having great ideas, us being able.
Yeah, like something. We'll think of
Yeah.
the
Well,
wording and
when
then
they
we're gonna do
come,
it when
we'll
they
do it.
come. They are going to come either. I think it's
By next week or the
next week. Yeah, but yeah,
That's
we bought them,
hilarious.
so we will be making wishes.
Okay.
And we're gonna have to
Yes.
carefully think them out, or maybe we
For sure.
shouldn't make them. I don't know. We'll get back to you on that because we're a
We'll
little
decide.
nervous about it. It just makes me nervous because I
Yes,
believe in
me
things.
too.
To what extent, I don't know.
I don't know, but there's some
something.
power. There's something, obviously.
Yep.
So
So we have to be careful with our
Yep.
wishes. But next week we'll
Yeah.
have them hopefully, and if not,
Yeah.
the next week. But
Yep.
so that's exciting. But yeah, I think overall, great film.
Yep.
If you haven't seen
Amazing.
it, which I hope you didn't watch this episode if you haven't seen it.
hopefully you didn't just hear everything about it because then there'll be no surprises. But hopefully you guys liked it. And yes, it was really good.
And now we're just going to do our long-awaited listener story.
Okay.
So excited.
All right.
Okay. I think Alex,
I'll
you're gonna
read
read it.
And yeah, we'll just read it and then we'll go from there.
It's 7 parts. So
yes. So let's.
It's not super long,
find it
but
out.
with the way the link works, you can only do pieces at a time. So we're just gonna slide through all 7 parts.
Okay. It just says, okay, one of my best friends is going through a huge mess with her husband. They've been married for 11 years, and since January, she has been pretty sure that he's been cheating on her because the same woman keeps showing up on all of his business trips, but she does not work with him, and that she is just a friend of a buddy he skydives with, and that she has a boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. He has gotten crazier and crazier over the past few months, becoming very emotionally and verbally abusive. They are talking about divorce now, but he still refuses to admit to his affair. It would take too long to go into all the details, but where they are at right now, but this woman has been clearly staying at his place, driving his car, etc., and he denies it all, while her social media clearly shows everything. She brought their kid 2 weeks with him under one condition, that this girl is not around their kid. He signed an agreement stating that he wouldn't have their kid around her, but there is at least 4 points of evidence that not only was she around him at different locations, but actually still staying at his place during the visit. The girl blocked my friend when she realized she was watching the stories to find out what was going on, but I can still see her stories because her account is public, and I've been sending them to her to help her figure out what's going on. It is so hard for me not to comment on all of them and try to get her to out herself, but I don't want my friend to lose this inside evidence of what her husband is lying about. Should I make a burner account and try to get this chick to out herself? Do you guys want to join us at it, please, and try and get them to admit it? Or should we just drop it and let the divorce play out and let the affair be what it is? She obviously wants closure on this. She has so much evidence, but she wants to hear it from them. What would you do? What should I do? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Wow. First of all, thanks so much for sharing. That is insane. Tea drama. Like
everything we need.
That is so triggering on so many levels. No, you definitely need to get them to admit it because that can just drive a person crazy. Like, I've been on that situation as your friend, and it's just like, of course they never want to admit that that's the reason why it's ending, because of cheating or an affair, because that makes them look bad. And I don't know exactly what state you're in, but I know Utah, like, that can affect alimony and everything if it was an affair.
Yeah. First of all, I want to say I'm loving the investigative skills. You're a true friend.
Literally.
I am living for this, and you asking us if we want to get in on this, 100%.
Yes. So we need more details.
Definitely do. Okay. So what we want to say is, if you can DM our Instagram, our Pretty Problematic Instagram, DM us. We'll obviously still keep you anonymous, but we want in on this. So if you want to communicate with us, or if you still want to go through the NGL link, that's fine. But it will be a lot easier if you can just DM us. I have to investigate. So we're going to need to know some of the parties.
Yeah.
So please reach out because we definitely want to help with this.
Yes. We're talking to the expert here, Allie, at getting people to admit things. And then there's me, who's like expert detective. So I think we're a really good team with that.
I think so.
It's going to
We want in.
Yes. No, do not just let it. Just do not ignore it. At least let us have a chance.
Please give us a chance. We can make this happen for you.
Literally, that's gonna be our mission.
This is our new. We will coordinate, and we're gonna figure this out because this is our goal, and this is exactly what I wanted to do with this podcast. And I think we're gonna have some good updates on this.
Yes,
because if you do reach out and we do get involved in this, it's gonna be a good time.
But also, that is crazy.
It is so
I'm
crazy.
sorry that's happening, but we're gonna help.
Sounds like you have evidence. So like she said, keep that.
That's good.
It's good. You want to keep all of the records, and we can kind of go from there. So yeah, but I'm so sorry that this is happening. This is a horrible, especially with kids involved,
It's the worst.
And you need that peace, like she said. It is just something that you need in the end. So we want to help you get it.
Like, people will deny all they want, all they can to protect themselves and their view, but that's not okay, especially when there's kids involved, to be lying about who they're around and all that. That's just too far. So I don't think you need to let it slide any longer. So
I don't think so either.
Yeah. So definitely reach out again. Thanks again for sharing.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And if you are listening to this story and you also have a story or you want our help in any way, please send us your stories in our NGL link on Instagram, and we will also start your case.
Yep.
We're just becoming detectives here.
Yes.
So this is really exciting, living our dreams without having to fully live our dreams.
Literally. But
So
that's awesome.
please send us your stories. We're totally here for this. This is the coolest moment I think we've had on the podcast yet. And so we're super excited about this.
This is awesome. Yeah.
Not excited because I feel bad.
No, that's
This is
actually
horrible.
terrible.
It's horrible, but
I'm glad that people are reaching out and we're getting involved to stop these men. But anyways, yeah, it was good. Thanks so much. And we'll keep you all updated.
Yeah, next week we will update
on
everything if they get back. And thank you for watching this episode. It was truly super fun. I think movies are something that I love to talk about, obviously, and we're just having a really great time doing this podcast. So thank you so much for your support and for all of the people that listen every single week. And tell your friends about us.
Yes, it means the world, all your support. So thanks again. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.